In this tutorial, we will show you how to install your KAON rear table and door card for your JB74 Jimny. After unboxing your kit, you'll have the following items: table mount and ropes, 2 bags with hardware, a door card and a table, and a manual. This job can be done using basic tools such as Allen keys, a socket and wrench set, a pry tool, and a hammer. A Nutsert tool will make the process faster. Let's now focus on the install. The first step will be to remove the door card using a pry tool. You'll want to start in a corner and gently pry until you find one of the plastic clips that hold the panel in place. Once you do, apply a bit more force and pop the clip off. Once this is done, you'll want to use your hands to pry on the panel as you work your way around it. There's a total of 12 clips holding the panel in place. If there are any leftover clips on the door, you can use a clip removal tool to remove them. If you do not have this tool, you can simply use a flathead screwdriver. Just be careful not to scratch the paint. Now you'll have to peel off the plastic in the middle of the door to reveal this ground wire. You'll need a 10mm socket to unscrew the bolt. We need to relocate the ground wire to the wiper motor assembly so the door card can fit. Now unscrew the bottom bolt on the wiper assembly. You can now transfer the cable to the wiper assembly. You'll need to slightly flatten the terminal to make sure it does not interfere with the panel. You can use a hammer to slowly flatten it or a pair of pliers. Once you're done, make sure that you tighten the bolt back up. Next, we will work on installing the nutserts in our door. These allow us to screw the backing plate onto the door. Empty the bag containing the nutserts and get the nutsert tool labeled M5 out of its box. To use this tool, you'll need an Allen key set and a 14mm wrench. Refer to the manual to make sure you only install nutserts in the designated holes. First, you'll need to screw a nutsert on the tip of the tool. Then, insert the nutsert into one of the holes on the rear door. And while holding the wrench in one hand, rotate the Allen key in a clockwise motion while making sure the nutsert stays inserted all the way into the door. Once the tool feels like it's solidly attached to the door, spin the Allen key in a counterclockwise motion to remove the tool from the nutsert. Be careful to not over-tighten the nutsert as it can damage the threads. To install the nutsert with the nutsert tool, you'll want to screw the nutsert on the tip of the tool and insert it into the hole. Once the tool is in position, you'll want to press the 2 arms of the tool together, and again, being careful to not over-tighten the nutsert, check periodically how tight the nutsert gets. Once the nutsert is properly tightened, you can remove the tool by unscrewing the knob on the back of the tool. Repeat the same process for the rest of the designated holes. Once all the mounting points are installed, we can now install the backing plate onto the door. We will need to prep our 10 screws with their matching conical washers. We will now put the backing plate into position and lightly install all the screws. Do not tighten them yet, as you will need to wiggle the plate around to be able to get all the screws in. Once all the screws are in, you can now tighten all of them. Next, we will need to prepare the brackets that hold the table. You'll need 3 countersunk screws with matching conical washers per side. You will want to mount the brackets in the same orientation as shown in the video. We will want to loosely screw in all the screws so that we can still move the brackets. Repeat the same process on the other side. Now we will thread the supporting ropes into the holes at the top of the brackets and add a small knot to hold the rope in position. Repeat on the other side. Let's now assemble the mounting screws for the table. Using the long bolt, followed by the spring, the red handle, and the smaller Teflon washer, we will have the left side assembled. The right side is comprised of a round head bolt, a Teflon washer, and a nut. Now it's time to position the table. This step can be a bit tricky, so having an extra set of hands will make things easier. The table has to go between the brackets so that both of them are on the outside. Starting with the left side, slide the Teflon washer between the table and the bracket, aligning the holes. Then insert the bolt all the way through and tighten it securely with an Allen key. Once you get the bolt in, it's important that you do not over tighten the bolt so that the handle can still be moved back and forth using the spring. Repeat the same step with the Teflon washer on the right side. If you struggle to get everything aligned, you can use your Allen key to try and align all the components together. Then, you'll want to insert the round head bolt from the right side and install the nut on the other side. Again, do not over tighten these components as they need to move freely. Now, we need to thread the other end of the rope into the table. You'll need to install the rope as seen on screen. Make sure the table is in your preferred position before adjusting the lengths of the ropes. This includes the height adjustment handle on the left side. Now that everything is adjusted, we can tighten the 6 bolts that hold the bracket to the backing plate. Finally, we need to install the 2 lugs that hold the table in place when closed. This will use the 2 leftover Allen head bolts, 2 washers, 2 nuts, and the 2 lugs. Install the lug as shown on screen so that it faces away from the elastics that are built into the bracket. Put the washer and nut on the other side of the table and tighten. Do not over tighten these bolts as you can damage the plastic components. And there you have it. You have installed your KAON rear door table for your JB74 Jimny.